Good morning, all of you. This lecture outline is here. Firstly, we discuss the what is concrete. After that, we discuss concrete mix, and after that, we discuss grade of concrete, like high grade, standard grade, and ordinary grade. या फिर low grades. Firstly, what is concrete? Concrete is a composite construction material composed by primarily of aggregate, cement, and water. Then concrete is a mixture of cement, aggregate, and water. And aggregate also have two components. Here, first is coarse aggregate, and second one is fine aggregate. So, coarse aggregate includes gravel and crushed rocks. Crushed rocks such as limestone and granite. These rock crust particles are also known as coarse aggregate. Actually, the size of the coarse aggregate is more than 4.75 mm when we do the sieve analysis, and 2 mm to 4.75 mm aggregates are also known as sand. Locally, we know the coarse aggregate like gitti or rodis, and fine aggregate locally known as bajri. After that, we discussed about the concrete mixes. Firstly, we decided the a fixed proportional of these components, cement, sand, and crushed rock. And after that, blending these dry composite material and mix a suitable quantity of water. The water quantity also determined by consistency of the cement and aggregate and test, and it is also depends upon the water cement ratio. Concrete mix design oftenly given by some ratio cement, sand, and crust. Here I written a example like standard grade concrete M20. The concrete mix ratio is 1 ratio of cement, ratio of 1.5 ratio of sand, and after 3 ratio of crushed rock. Here cement is known as cement, sand is known as fine aggregate, and crushed rock also known as coarse aggregate. And some quantity of water is also added to it. Sometimes if we need, then we also mix some admixtures for different purposes. Admixture does not have any strength property, but it is used to for quality control and to modification of the properties of concrete. Sometimes we use accelerators, retarders, superplasticizers, air entering agents. These are many types of admixture that we use for especially some purposes. After that, we discuss the grade of concrete. Firstly, how to denote the grade of concrete. If I written here M20, that denotes M for mixed design, and 20 refers to the cryostatics compressive strength. Here unit is megapascal or Newton per mm square. How to find the characteristic strength? Firstly, we prepare a cube of 15 centimeter. It costed, and after some time of querying, we are tested the cube by CTM machine after 28 days strength that represent a characteristic strength. Especially, for example, we found that if we have contained 100 cubes tested after 28 days, the characteristic strength is not more than 5 cubes should be given strength less than 20 Newton per mm square. That's the way to find the characteristic strength of any concrete grade. After that, we will continue the classification of concrete. Here a classification you can see grade of concrete. First is high grade concrete, second is standard grade concrete, and low grade concrete. Our Indian standard classify our grades according to their characteristic strength. Here we discuss some strengths. Firstly, we discuss the high grade concrete. The high grade concrete is used for heavy structure. Heavy structures such as like bridges, high rise buildings, and skyscrapers, where the strength required is very low because of the high self weight of the concrete and multi-stories buildings. The loads like slabs, columns, beams Here we required very high strength. For example, like that some concrete grades are here for high strength concrete like M55, M60, M65, M70, M75. Here also some grades are ultra high strength grade concrete that we also we use a more than 100 Newton per mm square strength. Second is standard grade concrete. Standard grade concrete mostly used in regular beams, columns, slabs for fitting. If we design our own house or own bungalow, like some apartments that locally regions we are made, not for very high rise buildings, skyscrapers, then we use the some ordinary or standard grade concrete like M20, M30, M35. Here also the M25 is represent M4 mix and 25 for its characteristic strength after 28 days. And third one is ordinary low grade concrete. This type of concrete is used for strength required for structure very low. If we required very low strength like some bedding for RCC plane or footing purposes or normal works, labeling work, footing works, or any preparation of platform that we are usually they are not heavy traffic is move on over it, then we use some ordinary grade of concrete. For example, high rise concrete is used in heavy structure which is this is I already told you here. Some like you see a bridge, here we use the high strength concrete. Some regular work like that any residential house, any three or more floors apartments, then we use some standard grades like M20, M30 and M40. Here I show a table for you ki which concrete grade is used in which type of work. Firstly, classify about three grades: ordinary, standard and high strength. Here M10 and N15 grade for use for PCC. Here PCC represent the plain cement concrete. Here no special reinforcement are used in this of concrete. That is known as plain cement concrete. Its example like where we use labeling course, bedding of footing, concrete road, etc. Here we use PCC for M10 and 15 grade also. After that we come over for M20. Here is used for normal RCC works. RCC stands for reinforcement cement concrete. If a concrete have some reinforcing material like iron bars, like H by SD, mild steel bars, ribbed bar TMT and C, TMT serias, these all are reinforcing material. If we use in this concrete, that is called reinforcement cement concrete. Some suitable examples are here like slab, beams, column, footing, for mild exposure. Here the environmental condition is mild, not for severe or extreme environment condition. We use M20 concrete and M25 concrete and M30 concrete. After that we go for higher grades M35. This is also used where the some loads are heavier than ordinary loads, and we use M40 concrete and pre-stressed concrete. Because of pre-stressed concrete, we required high bond strength, high tensile strength because loss of are also there. That's why we use minimum M40 concrete grade for pre-stressing work for slam beam and column also. After that we move on for next grade M45. Here we use some RCC works like runway for planes, concrete roads where we require more strength or more stronger and more durability of road because of higher loads goods carriers. Then we use also M45 and 50 concrete. M55 concrete used for pre-stressed concrete girders or piers for columns or wherever we use the high span bridges. Lastly, we discuss about the high strength concrete. High strength concrete that vary M60 to M40. Some codes are here represent all the M40 grade greater than concrete is also known as high strength concrete. Here we use RCC work the compressive strength required such as high-rise building, long-span bridges, ultra-thin white toppings, and the construction in aggressive environmental condition where the alternative fusing and thawing conditions, some sulfate attack environment is there, spillway of dams, here we also use for in coastal construction. It is the simple introduction of the grade of concrete. So you can go through for it. On next lecture we will discuss about the concrete properties